Greetings and salutations, everyone! Welcome to Part 5 of Mega Man X, and we have one final Maverick to kill before we head on into Sigma's Fortress. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Sting Chameleon! And you just had to show off your tongue, huh? Just had to show off that tongue because, well, he's a chameleon, you see, and a reptile. And, well, based off one at least. So, yeah. So here we are in this forest area. Of course, there are a bunch of forest things. There are forest mets in the ground that can produce these little worms that can hurt X here. We have these guys again from Chill Penguin stage, although I think they originate here for some reason. I get that feeling because of that whole axe and lumberjacking thing. Or, of course, I'm just like spewing out words and stuff. And there's water here. Lots and lots of water. Turns out, the water is not originally part of the stage. That's right, this stage is also a victim of the whole kill a boss and it affects the stage thing. And if you can guess by the water, well, obviously we are dealing with the aftermath of destroying Launch Octopus. Yeah, that's right, when Launch Octopus is dead, well, water, well, certain areas of the stage are flooded. And in fact, you kind of need this area flooded because over there is a heart. And to successfully get to the heart without dying, you kind of need the water's buoyancy, as it were. Because water makes X jump higher or something. Yeah. Anyway, we are not done in this area just yet. Let's go up this way here. And as soon as I get a powerful weapon, Storm Tornado, alrighty. Hello? Yeah. Oh boy, this isn't... Oh! Hi there, robot. How are you? Yes, this robot here is, well, pretty challenging. Well, in terms of, how long you have to last. I mean, this boss here, or this mini-boss here, is pretty much an endurance test. You have to shoot the head and keep shooting while avoiding its attacks. Well, all it does is it'll be jumping around here and there, which you can dodge by, well, jumping over and dashing under. And then this robot has these claws right here. And these claws, they can really hurt if it manages to grab X. I mean, you can flank X around, and it can also use the claws to, well, drag itself towards a wall if it's close enough, you see. So, yeah. Now this fight is going to take a long while because, once again, it's an endurance test. You have to survive this guy, and it's going to be a while. And I'm guessing it also depends on which weapon you use because, yeah. Now folks, you are actually doing damage. I swear I'm actually doing damage right here. And when you start seeing smoke from this green robot, well, it's close to dying. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. Fancy schmancy things. Alright, so, I'm looking forward to the X stories in the Archie comics. Yeah, for those of you who are unaware, the Archie comic Mega Man series is publishing some backup X stories, you see. And, I'm, for one, am excited, really. I mean, I'm curious to see how the world of X is treated in comic format. I mean, there are mangas out there, but at the same time, I want to see how it's done in relation to the Archie universe, you know? I mean, I know at the same time people are like, well, who's this X guy? For those who are not aware. Who's this guy? What about Rock here? Well, folks, I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, X has vague connections to the classic series. And I do mean vague connections. Well, Dr. Light for one. And in a way, it's its own little universe. And if the backup stories prove a success, I would not be surprised if there's a spin-off comic sometime in the future. So, yeah. Finally, this thing is smoking faster, which means it's almost dead. Thank God. Hurry up. Again, this is an endurance test, and you gotta have patience, folks. You can't expect to beat this thing lock, stock, and barrel. You just need patience and time. Patience and time. Although if your hands start to cramp up, feel free to pause and take a little break. I insist. That way, when you're done with your break, that is, your hands will be nice and fresh and ready to kill this thing like I just did. And our reward is a Dr. Light capsule. This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce damage to your systems by 50%. Sweet. Yes, folks, it is worth buying this green robot just to get the body upgrade. And this green robot that's been guarding the Dr. Light capsule, it looked kind of similar to Otto, don't you think? It's, Nah, it couldn't be, or else robot similar to Otto. I'm looking pretty much into things. I'm pretty much, yeah, I'm thinking too hard on these things. Anyway, folks, now that we got the body armor and the fully armored X, let's finish this level once and for all. Now, here's a fun fact. If you did not beat the green robot, if you choose to ignore the body part, this cavern area will shake a lot, and there's going to be a whole bunch of debris, and yeah. But since we've beaten the giant green robots, well, no debris, no falling rocks, and, well, except for those robots that we can take out no problem. So, yeah. So now it's just a straight shot to the end, no worries at all. Except with these woodpecker enemies and... Ugh. Ah! With these... Ugh. Ugh. So... let me go ahead and talk about Sting Chameleon since, well, I haven't talked about him yet. Let's see here. Let's see, Maverick and Mega Man X based on the Chameleon. Alright, here we go. He was a Maverick hunter in charge of the 9th Special Forces under Sigma. He's sly and respects only the strong, which may have been his motivation for joining Sigma. He can blend into his surroundings and uses strategy to defeat his enemies by any means necessary, sometimes called a coward for this. Also, when asked by X why Sting Chameleon fell for Sigma's rebellion, he hints that he, and possibly some other Mavericks turned Maverick hunters, may have been forced to join due to hostages being involved, or... okay. Yeah, of course that's information from Maverick Hunter X, you know. You see? And yes, I'm riding some ride armor again. Again, this is an excellent way to get some health back if you're hurt, because well, you're protected in a way from direct damage attacks. Sure, the armor gets hurt, but it can take it for a good long while, and eventually the armor will succumb to the damage and explode. So don't be too reckless while riding the ride armor. So yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on, you. Rock'em sock'em robots. In robots. Okay. Are we there? Yeah, we're there. Finally. Ladies and gentlemen, our final Maverick. As soon as I enter this door and choose the appropriate weapon, which is Boomerang Cutter, by the way. Alright, now for those of you curious, when I get Sting Chameleon's weapon, that is, the weapon I get is actually Storm Eagle's weakness. So, yeah, for those of you who are curious, that is. So anyway, here we are, Sting Chameleon. There you go. And what you can do is manipulate the Boomerang Cutter to your advantage, so that you can get Sting Chameleon into this nice little pattern, especially while he's hanging onto the ceiling with his tongue and trying to rain down spikes into you. Thankfully, they're not insta-kill spikes, so, yeah. Come on. I hate it when he does that. Yeah, as he's disappearing, you cannot hurt him because invisibility equals invincibility, or whatever. See here, I'm trying to get him into this pattern right here. He swings with his tongue, I hit him with a Boomerang Cutter, he goes to the other end, and so on and so forth. If you manage to get him into this pattern, well, you pretty much got him. Although, of course, he'll tend to break the pattern every now and then, but... oh, man, no! Hey, no fair. No fair. I almost had you. Ugh. Finally. I did it. Last Maverick of the game, everyone. Hooray. Alright. Now, I do admit the Sting Chameleon's weapon is actually pretty useful when you charge it. Basically, when you fully charge this thing, Mega Man X will fully become invincible for a short time. And we get the Chameleon Sting from Sting Chameleon. Okay. Anyway, since we've beaten the final Maverick, we get this nice little cutscene. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress. Let's go in and put an end to his war against the humans. Alright, we'll do, Zero. But, I'm not fully prepared yet, so, let's go back to a few stages to get some final items. First off, Chill Penguin stage, and let's get that final heart. Use the mech armor here to get to this higher area, destroy this using the fire weapon, and collect the heart, and, yeah. We are fully maxed out on health. Now back to Spark Mandrill stage to get that last sub-tank that I showed off earlier. But now that I have the boomerang cutter, I can just snatch it, no problem. I said snatch it, no problem. There we go. And folks, that's it. I'm fully maxed out on health. I got all the armor pieces. I got all the sub-tanks. So, what's left? What is left? Well, if you go back to Armored Armadillo stage and do this, go all the way through the stage to the end and jump off at a certain point to a certain ledge and collect that little health, well, let me put it this way. The reward will be worth it. Now, you have to do this 4 times in a row. I repeat, 4 times in a row. And you have to also exit. Don't finish the stage, just exit out of there, and yeah. So, on the 4th time doing this little thing, we get a nice little surprise. Another Dr. Light capsule. I give you a special present. Now, enter the capsule, please. So why is Dr. Light in karate gear? Well, you're gonna see in just a second. And come on, what is it? That's right, folks, the Hadouken! Ryu and Ken's signature move from the Street Fighter series, another Capcom franchise. And this thing, the Hadouken, is one powerful weapon. How powerful? Well, it can one-shot almost anything, including a number of bosses. And I will actually demonstrate this as I go through Sigma's Fortress. Now, as you see me play around with the Hadouken, I will tell you some interesting things you need to know about it. Well, for one, you must have every upgrade available. That means all the hearts, all the sub-tanks, and all the armor pieces. And in order to fire the Hadouken, you must be at full health, 100%. Get hit once, you cannot use the Hadouken, period. So, yeah, it's nice that the developers have given X this limitation, you see. Otherwise, X would be almighty and would Hadouken everything in sight. Now, to initiate the Hadouken, you gotta press the following combination. Down, diagonal, forward, and the fire button, whatever button that is. So yeah, the Hadouken. And, folks, I'm ready. I'm ready to go after Sigma, and in part 6, I will do just that. And I'll see you then.